Hospital visits due to prescription painkillers are on the rise, more than doubling since 2005, according to new government data, which shows 1.3 million people went to the ER or were hospitalized because of opioids in 2014. Massachusetts has among the highest rates in the nation. Attorney General Maura Healey is looking to crack down on the drug industry, joining with other attorneys general to investigate whether manufacturers are illegally marketing and selling the powerful painkillers. Problem is, people who suffer from chronic pain do need relief. But now a Waltham company is offering another way to get it with no drugs involved. Christina Quinn has more.
Tom Shea was 20 years old when he got into a car accident that left him with a severe back injury and began a decades-long battle with prescription drug use.
Tramadol, Vicodin, Percocet, all the way up to the OxyContin. It gets to the point where it wears you down and it becomes the only thing that you think about.
When 3 back surgeries over the course of 9 months didn't mitigate the pain, the meds were the only thing that allowed him to be active with his family.
When you ran out of them, it became basically hell on earth. It changes your mind, it changes your body.
Fed up, the father of 4 quit his meds 2 years ago, accepting a life of chronic pain that was at times debilitating. But 3 months ago, things took a dramatic turn. He started wearing a neurostimulating device on his leg called Quelling.
There are some times where I feel like I don't have an injury. To have some times where I actually feel normal is huge to me.
So how does a device that you wear in your upper calf relieve pain elsewhere?
It stimulates the nerves of the upper calf. There's nothing magical about the upper calf other than that it's a place with a lot of nerves.
With electrodes and hydrogel pads, Quelling sends high-frequency electrical pulses to those nerves. This signals the brain to release its own painkillers, called endogenous opioids. They essentially channel our brain's own morphine.
That basically safely decreases your perception of pain.
And regardless of where the location of the pain is?
Yes, it's a systemic or widespread effect.
Electrical nerve stimulation therapy has been widely used since the 70s, but electrotherapy is taking off as other devices and procedures using similar technology are making their way into the market. Not everyone is as quick to jump on board with a nerve-based treatment, though. Winchester resident Paula Gaines has been dealing with multiple sclerosis for the last 17 years.
My legs generally is where I feel my pain. It comes and goes, and it's not constant. One day I'll have ice bucket feet, and the next day they'll be on fire. Yeah, I just had to live with it.
At first, Gaines was skeptical about Quelling.
I didn't know if it was the device, if it was the disease, or if it was placebo effect. It's hard to buy into something when you've gone that long feeling pain that people either can't diagnose or they can't, tell you how to treat it or give you anything that works.
These days, Gaines no longer needs a cane, and she'd like to keep it that way. The same goes for Tom Shea, who's now clocking in 10,000 steps a day. The big caveat? Nerve stimulation therapy does not work for everyone.
The one category of pain that's not particularly effective in is headache and migraines, but other common forms like back pain and nerve pain and fibromyalgia and arthritic pain, those are all quite effective in those types of pain.
As for those endogenous opioids, there's a lot of research looking into using our brain's own painkillers and how we study and treat other conditions like depression, anxiety, and sleep disorders. It's too early to say where this will take us, but it's possible that whatever ails you next might not be treated with a pill.
So, Christina Quinn, I have never heard of this particular device or technology. How do you get this? Do you need a prescription from a physician?
You can get it at a number of fine retailers, Adam. Actually, no, you can get it really anywhere now. Really? It's like CVS.
I can walk across the street.
You could walk,
CVS
yeah,
and
across the street. It's an FDA-cleared over-the-counter device.
And how much does it cost?
It's about $250. And then you need to buy refills for the electrodes, those hydrogel electrodes, like the gel things.
They go on the upper calf.
They go on the upper calf, yes.
Where there's nothing magical going on.
Nothing magical about the calf, but what's great is that you don't need a doctor to monitor the usage. That's what the app is for. There's an app that connects via Bluetooth to the device, but you also don't need the app to use the device, so people who don't have a smartphone can use it.
All right, I'm confused. If the app exists, it's because I think it's a good idea. What does the app do? What does it regulate?
Right, so it keeps track. So the device goes on for an hour, so it's a therapy session. So it goes on for an hour, it stimulates those nerves, sends a signal to the brain to block the pain. And then it goes off for an hour. And it turns off for an hour to allow the nervous system to reset, so it's not constantly feeding the brain
the stimuli.
So if that doesn't happen, like if you have an older individual who's using this who doesn't have a smartphone where they can use an app, is there a risk to not giving the nervous system that downtime of an hour?
No, they actually, so it's automatic. So it's on for an hour, then off for an hour, on for an hour, and off for an hour. And it's up to you how long you want to wear it
Whether you
for.
have the app or not.
Right. You don't need the app to actually use it. So for folks who only have a flip phone, you can still use it. Yeah, you can just turn it off.
Is there a risk of abuse or addiction with this thing? What kind of opioids again?
Endogenous opioids?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a danger that people? I mean, I'll just come out and say I could use this to get high if you want.
Right. No, you actually. So endogenous opioids, like endorphins, are a kind of endogenous opioid. So I think you know like how high you can get off of your own endorphins. So it's similar in that case.
But
you feel nice, but you can never really get hooked on your own endogenous opioids. So there's no risk there. So yeah.
Christina Quinn, thank you. Good to see
Good
you
to see
again.
you, Adam.